Hi, I'm Steve and I like playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. More so, I've just got into the 2024 one. I used to play the 2021 quite a bit, but my Xbox is broke recently and I only have a Mac. And I'm using the xCloud system. Now, xCloud obviously uses a controller, sucks quite a lot of the time. Some of us like to keyboard and mouse. I have started working on an extension which allows you to play the game with just a mouse. I think it's great, especially on the go. Use it with a touchpad, use it with an actual mouse. It's all well and handy. I'm going to be adding some keyboard stuff to it as well, but at the minute just mouse. So it keeps it nice and easy for the minute. And I thought I would show this to you to see if there's something interesting in the community. I know there's some stuff like this already out there, but from all the ones I can see, they've made it paid, which sucks because this is a community thing. So I built this specifically for the Microsoft Flight Sim community. As we can see here, if I'm scrolling, I've got a number of the buttons. If you haven't got a controller in, I can do controller simulation, so you don't even need to plug a controller in, and several modes. So we've got menu mode to allow it to be easier to navigate out the menu, flight mode, rudder mode, I'll explain those in a minute. Some of the in things like EFB, comms panel, quick start aircraft, flaps, elevator trim, parking brake, all that kind of stuff. And also we have a controls option, which basically just gives you all of the controls that we have here. So I'm going to show you that this is easy to do by doing a little flight with just my mouse. So I'm going to click menu mode because we're on the menu and click on career. I've QA'd this quite a bit. The moving within all the buttons and stuff, I'm still trying to figure that out because it still uses a controller and the controller left joystick is really naff. I've got the music off because I don't want us to get copyright striked or anything, but I have been using all the training for the first flight to kind of build this to make sure it kind of works. So if we just go all the way to the first solo flight, and then we'll see a takeoff and landing sequence. It's not going to be the best because again you're using mouse and not a HOTAS or anything like that, but we shall see what score I can get. I got a B before, so we'll see if we can get anything better than that. Okay, so we're on the ground, so I'm going to change it to rudder mode. So you press escape to move out of the mode, and that allows you to bring your cursor up, and we can bring in rudder mode. Now rudder mode, when you scroll the mouse wheel back, puts the brake on, and both modes, holding left click will increase the engine, holding right click will decrease the engine. In rudder mode, because this is specifically for takeoff, left and right controls your rudder, and up and down controls your pitch. So scrolling forward is going to release the brake, and as you can see I'm just going a little bit left and forward, keeping the aircraft on the runway, and then once we get to V1 we'll take the aircraft off and then quickly switch to flight mode, so we have full aileron control of the aircraft. So we've got V1, V2, and we're going to take off, pull back on the stick. Ooh, hello. And then here we go. Ooh, bit of a wind on that one. But there we go, we're up, up and away. So I'm just going to press the right button back, just pull the engine back a little bit as we come in. You might not see on the screen, but we've got some sliders here. So if your mouse, because everyone's got different mice or touchpads, they could be sensitive and stuff. So we can change the sensitivity. These are the sensitivities I kind of like, which is great. And we are going to be banking left. So we're just going to pop it on this left here, bank that around, There's easy access to elevator trims and flaps on here, which is great. So you don't have to worry about knowing the controller shortcuts for it and all that kind of crap. You can just press the buttons on there and it will take you where you need to go. And we're doing the other downwind leg. So we'll just bring this down here nicely. So yeah, it's taken me a bit of a while. xCloud changed how external things can react with the stupid browser. So this is in Chrome. But we've got it working now, and as you can see, just with a mouse, no other controller or anything. I don't think I'm skilled enough to do controller and this at the same time. But yeah, if you guys are interested or anything like that, I can post it as an extension. I think it costs like $5 or something. It doesn't cost me much. But yeah, if this is something that interests you guys, because I've seen before that some people like playing cloud but want keyboard and mouse support. Obviously this is just mouse support at the minute. Let me drop some flaps. There we go. So now we're on 20-degree flaps. What was I saying? Oh yes, if you guys actually want something like this, I can either upload it in GitHub or post it as an extension. All this stuff only shows up when you're in the Xbox thing. It doesn't just show on your browser all the time. That's just stupid. But and obviously you can just turn it off when you don't need it if you're playing any other Xbox games. But yeah, if you find this might be beneficial to you, I'm more than welcome to share this out. Again, I'm not going to charge for it because that's just a dick move, really. Okay, we're going to come down to our downward leg. Let's get the old mouse going. Again, this is just simulating what you can do on a controller. I've done these different modes, rudder mode, flight mode, so some areas are more or less sensitive. Obviously, Cessna, you start jerking around a bit, you're going to fall out of the sky pretty damn quick. So that's why we got the sensitivity setting going there for everybody. Okay, now we're going to come in for our landing. Oh, we're really high. Let's cut our engine down quite a bit here. Coming in, still a bit high for white lights. If you don't know what these are, you should be 2 red, 2 white, which means you're on a good glide path in. So drop the engine down a little bit. Now what I'm going to do when I land, I'm going to switch the controls to the rudder mode so that we have our brake coming in. Okay, I'm going to cut the engine off now. I'm going to come in for a good landing, hopefully. So I'm just getting my finger ready on the escape button to change modes. Okay, click rudder mode on and scroll wheel back. Ooh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Missy. Calm down. Okay, I'll just release the brake off a little bit, just quite heavy on the brake there. Okay, scroll wheel back, that puts the brake back on. And that's going to cost me, I think that's going to be a C. I've got a B on this, but yeah, it's going to be a C. You can do better, of course. I'm pretty sure it's always going to tell me that. But there we go, controlled with just a mouse. So I don't know how it's going to be on jets and airliners, but for a Cessna, this can work. So yeah, and obviously it's got all the internals as well. If you click the middle mouse button in flight mode, that puts it to cursor mode, so you can press all the buttons inside the aircraft. I should have shown that. Holding both mouse wheel buttons down allows you to pan the camera around as well. So that's like right stick. So there's a lot of different things on there, but if this is something interesting to you guys, let me know and I will look to publish it some way. Fantastic. Thank you for your time.